30% discount at Stone Stopper by Moonstone TM. Find us at moonstonenutrition.com. Here radio. Stone Stopper by Moonstone TM is a doctor-developed, science-backed kidney health solution with 30 MEq of alkali citrate to prevent kidney stones. Available in powders and capsules. Enjoy an exclusive discount with my promo code moonstonenutrition.com for radio to get 30% discount. Other shows we have for you to enjoy at myclassicradio.net. The Avengers was most certainly not a household name in South Africa prior to the radio series. With no national television service until 1976, the mechanism simply was not present in the country to show television programs to mass audiences. While many other countries reveled in the filmed adventures of John Steed and Company, South Africa was not equipped to join in the fun. The series took Britain by storm and made a major impression in the American markets, being that greatest of rarities, a British series given a network transmission slot. However, as a filmed series, rather than a videotaped one, The Avengers was able to gain a modicum of exposure in South Africa through film rentals. Come and listen at myclassicradio.net.
We now present The Adventures of Marco Polo. Marco Polo persuaded Toctine not to take his own life, and he promised to try and postpone his wedding to the Princess Ilana. Marco Polo then saw the Princess Ilana and told her that he had 4 wives in Venice, and he pointed out that according to Venetian law, his other wives would have to be present at his wedding. When Marco Polo told the great Khan this news, he agreed to postpone Marco's wedding ceremony, but he said that Veno should be dispatched to Venice in order to accompany Marco Polo's wives on their journey to China. Marco Polo told his father and his uncle what had happened, and he was horrified to learn that Kubla Khan had sent for Veno. Meanwhile, Veno had been led into the presence of the great Khan.
You may rise, Venetian servant. I have orders for you. You are to leave at once on a journey to Venice.
Most High, I am grateful that you should send me back to Venice. But what of my masters? Are they not to accompany me?
Your masters will accompany me on a tour of my dominions, but do not fear. A regiment of soldiers shall accompany you to the coast, and they will wait there until you return.
But why am I being sent to Venice?
So that you may bring the wives of Marco Polo here to be present at his wedding.
The wives of Marco Polo?
Yes, and do not gape at me. It seems that my Venetian friends employ fools as servants.
But most noble Khan, I think there must be some mistake.
There is no mistake. I have discussed the matter with Marco Polo, and he is agreeable for you to go to Venice in order that you may bring his 4 wives here to my city in safety.
Oh, but Marco Polo is...
Most High, hear me, I beg of you.
Marco Polo, what does this intrusion mean? I am busy now, giving orders to your servant Veno. You must not burst into my audience chamber in this manner.
I humbly ask your pardon, Most High and Noble Prince. But I thought my servant Veno might be rather slow-witted, and that he might fail to understand your orders.
You are right, Marco Polo. He's indeed slow-witted.
I am not slow-witted.
Silence, Veno. I will explain what the great Khan wishes you to do.
Marco Polo, always have I served you faithfully.
And I am grateful for your service, Veno, but listen to what the great Khan has to say.
Well, I was telling your servant that I wish him to return to Venice, and to bring your 4 wives here to Pekin, so that they may witness your wedding to the Princess Ilana.
Veno, do you understand those orders?
No,
Hear me, Veno, hear me. You know my wives. They will be pining for me, waiting for my return.
Oh, which wives?
Veno, you know I only have 4 wives.
4 wives? Oh, Marco Polo, what has happened? Have you been taking that drink hashish again?
No, I have not been drinking hashish. The great Kubla Khan wishes you to return to Venice. You will carry a message from me to my 4 wives,
and you will bring them safely here to Pekin.
Oh, but Marco
Cease to
Polo...
argue with me, Veno. The Khan will think that you are a fool. Well, I already think that. Hear me, Veno. You will listen to the Khan's orders, and you will make no comments. I will explain everything to you afterwards. Veno, you shall leave tomorrow. I shall provide a suitable escort. Marco Polo's wife